Hey guys, Dead3 here, back once again, and now that it's getting close to Christmas, I thought I would do a video where I talk about some really good horror-related Christmas movies to watch, around Christmas time. I don't have a lot of movies to talk about in this one, but if anybody has any good, Christmas-related horror movies for me to watch, leave a comment down below and talk a little bit about some of them because I'm always open to new movies. And like I said, I don't have that many Christmas movies to show off, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first two movies I'm going to talk about are movies that I actually don't have with me, but they are Jack Frost and Jack Frost 2. Now when I say Jack Frost, I'm not talking about the Michael Keaton family film. I'm actually talking about a horror movie that came out called Jack Frost. And basically what the movie's about is a serial killer who is being transferred to a different town. To a different prison, and while he's being transferred, the truck that he's in collides with a truck filled with acid. And basically what happens is he ends up getting dissolved into the snow and comes back as a mutant killer snowman. And it's really crazy. The movie is really not like a horror movie all the way through. It's more of a comedy. But there's some scenes of him like he creates these snowballs that he throws at people when it hits them. Or he throws icicles at people, which is pretty good. There's some good gore in it. Also, Shannon Elizabeth, who played Nadia in the American Pie movies, she has an appearance in it as well, so that was cool. And the second one is actually a lot. It's a lot dumber in some ways. It's really cheesy. He has these little snowballs that come to life, and they're like his babies, which I think is kind of dumb, but the gore in it is out of control in the second one. There's like one scene where this girl, she's drinking an iced coffee, and the ice cubes in it are mini Jack Frosts, and after she swallows one, her head explodes, and it's just really bloody and gory, and that's just really, it's just really a good one. I like the second one a lot because it's really gory, but it's also kind of dumb in some sort of way, But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the three movies I have here. And like I said, some of these movies are not horror films. They're actually more like horror-related movies, but they're related to Christmas. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first movie I'm going to talk about is one movie that I know every horror fan has probably seen when it comes to Christmas movies. This is a classic, in my opinion. It's one of the best holiday-based horror films out there, and it is Silent Night, Deadly Night. This is the uncut and uncensored version DVD. But like I said, this is the one where the little boy, he's traveling, with his parents, and there's this hitchhiking Santa comes along and rapes his mother, and then he's sent to a boarding school, and of course the nuns, they beat him and stuff like that, and he really gets messed up. But basically, he starts to believe that everybody that has sex or does drugs is naughty, basically. And when he gets older, they put him in he has a job at a convenience store or a department store, and he is playing Santa, and he ends up going crazy and starts murdering everybody that he considers naughty. This movie is really great. I don't know if I'd call this a classic like when it comes to like the Friday the 13th movies or Nightmare on Elm Street, but this is definitely a classic movie in my opinion. One of the best horror related holiday related horror films out there. It's definitely a great one. Silent Night, Deadly Night, really good one. Now the next movie, this is probably one of my top 10 favorite family films of all time. I love this movie. I've watched it ever since I was a little kid when I had it on VHS, and that is Gremlins. Like I said, anybody who's seen this movie can say that this is probably one of their favorites, and it's definitely one of my favorite family films. Zach Galligan's good in it. Phoebe Cates is as well. Also, Corey Feldman is also in it, and this was like right before he did The Goonies and Stand By Me. So this was right when this was happening, right when that one was happening. So I think his career was just starting to take off. But basically, of course, you got Gizmo, and of course, if you get him You know, there's the 3 rules. You can't feed them after midnight. You can't get them wet. You can't get them in the sunlight because, of course, sunlight will kill them. Getting them wet will have them multiply, and feeding them after midnight would just make you know, when he multiplies into a lot stronger. You know, of course, Stripe. You know, he was so crazy in this movie. But yeah, this was just one movie I used to watch all the time when I was a little kid, and I still love it today. Gremlins, great, great, great movie. And the last movie I'm going to talk about right now is, you know, one movie that, if you guys remember, I did a video where I talked about the best movies to watch, like family-friendly movies to watch around Halloween. I would also throw this in for Christmas as well, and it is The Nightmare Before Christmas, the Tim Burton classic movie. And you know, this is one movie that I always watch every year around Christmas time and Halloween. You know, it doesn't feel like, you know, Christmas without this movie. It's definitely a classic one. This is definitely, in my opinion, Tim Burton's best work, right behind Beetlejuice. I'd say that I prefer this one over Beetlejuice, but I think that some people would argue and say Beetlejuice is better, but to me, this is Tim Burton's best film. It's a masterpiece, and like I said, it's got, you know, shout outs to all the holidays. It's mostly Halloween related because everybody's dead in it and Jack Skeleton, but it's also a great Christmas, got a lot of good Christmas feeling, and just a great, you know, family friendly movie for everyone to watch. Definitely a good one. Well, that is all the Christmas related movies that I wanted to talk about in this video. Like I said, if anybody has any other good horror related Christmas movies for me to watch, definitely leave me a comment down below because I'm always open to new films. Also, I'm going to go ahead and say this. I think after this video, I'm only going to be doing 2 more horror-related videos. But now that it's November, I'm going to move away from horror, and I'm going to start talking about, like, my favorite family films. I also have some family-related video collections to show off. I'm going to be showing off some Disney stuff that I have. I'm going to be branching out and just talking about my favorite family films. And once December comes around, I'm actually going to be doing a lot of Christmas movie reviews. So, for anybody who just subscribed to me just for horror, I'd say after my review of Curse of Chucky, which I'm going to be doing my review for that sometime this week. After this week, you guys might want to take a break because after this, I'm going to be doing nothing but like family-related movies and Christmas-related movies. But coming in at the end of the year, I'd say maybe the 2 days before New Year's Eve, I'm actually going to be doing a video where I talk about my top favorite movies of all time. So stay tuned for that. But like I said, if you guys only subscribe to me for horror, I'd recommend, you know, watching until the end of this week, and then I'm going to start moving on and talking about other movies, you know, like my family films. But anyway, guys, like I said, if you guys have any good Christmas-related movies that you think I should check out, definitely leave me a comment down below because I'm always open to new, you know, movies. And yeah, so thanks for everyone for watching. Let me know what you guys think about the movies I talked about, and I'll see you guys later.